Greetings viewers, welcome back to my channel Worldwide Economic Migrants. Here we help one another on how to navigate in foreign countries. We help even aspiring economic migrants so that the journey becomes easier for them, and we believe chitra chiri murutsoka. Chitra chiri murutsoka. As we move, we'll get to learn of new ways of doing things, getting new things, and also our lives become better. That is the spirit. So today I want to continue on this sensitive and complex issue of Nduta. And I want to continue by telling you this story where I come from in Zimbabwe, where I was born. What happened in 2 years back, I think, the people within the community noticed the strange activities that were happening in the forest. And they also saw this person who was driving a minibus to and fro good. And looking at that minibus, it was new within the area. So that caused them to be suspicious of something which was happening. So they began to study the movements of this person. And this person was wearing a camouflage, you know, that attire of soldiers. So he was putting on a camouflage. And this person was not a soldier, but he was putting it in disguise. So they began to check, and they realized that they had to at least try to follow where he was going and check what will be happening during the night. I don't know if I am saying it correctly. I was not there, but I know of this story. It happened and it's a true story. So they had to check during the night. Then they realized that, there was a huge hole which they had dug, and there were many children there who were staying there. I don't know how to describe it. And then they alerted the police. So the people within the community were also alerted that when you see soldiers and the police, do not be afraid. There is something weird which is happening within the place. So the police and the soldiers came, and that's how they rescued these children. And these children were trafficked from Ethiopia. So imagine the distance from Ethiopia and the borders they had to pass through. And you know, those people, they passed through those illegal routes. And now they were in Zimbabwe, and they were going to South Africa. So it's like ways they were transporting these children. They were transporting them in batches. So where they reach where they are, they will find a secret place to stay, and then they will see when it's easy for them to take them, because you know they will be hiding. So that's why they were camping in our area, and it was in a forest, a thick forest. That's where they were camping, and they were staying in that big hole which they had dug. The situation there was terrible. And some were also saying that there was another one who had died there, but they had already taken the boat to South Africa. We don't know whether that was true. So they were saying that these children were being taken to South Africa, some for being killed, so that they can use their body parts for jujus, for mutis. You know, those things in the spiritual world. So, and also, you know, traffickers, sometimes they take them for being sex workers or to work in farms or, you know, just that modern slavery. So we thank God that at least they were rescued and they were the youth. So you know, when you are a youth, you want your life to change. Life is not easy, maybe in your country. That's where sometimes you end up becoming the victim of these traffickers. They take advantage of your desperation, of your lack of knowledge. They know how to manipulate you, to confuse you, giving false promises. So these children, I think they were made to believe that they were going to work very well, life was going to be easy where they were going, yet it was all lies. So that's why I'm saying to the youth, always when you are engaging with agencies or whether it's a friend, whoever have given you connections for you to go abroad, you should at least tell your parents, tell those ones who may help you to assess whether the agent is legit, whether the agent is registered. And I have said that sometimes you may find that the agent may be registered, but may be also doing illegal activities. So the challenge is, once you are in the hands of those people, they can make you to do whatever they want you to do. You are now a slave. So you can do whatever they say you should do. They can do whatever they want on your body. They can beat you. They can rape you. They can make you to do all those weird things you hear on the TV. It's real. Sometimes what you think may not be the situation. The world may be very cruel out there, very harsh on you. So we need to listen when we are telling you, I'm not joking. I'm not joking. These are realities of life. Don't be naive to an extent of closing your ears, not being open-minded and say, you know it, you know it. Life is not that easy out there. That's why here, the mission is for us to be fully prepared for this journey. Help one another on how to navigate, help one another on how to overcome certain challenges. So these are some of the challenges we face when we want to go abroad. We sometimes fall into the hands of wicked agencies. But not all agencies are like that, no. Some do their work very well, but some... So you have to do thorough research regarding that person. And don't trust people. Just because this person is my friend, this person is very close to me. Don't trust people when it comes to these issues of going abroad for work. There are people who lie. There are people who don't care about your life. So we need to be very cautious when we are looking for jobs. Yes, we know you have suffered. Yes, we know maybe you are in poverty. I myself, I know what it is to be poor. I think I have told you just a part of my background. I cannot tell you all, but I know how it is to be poor. So I know there are some people who say, you are saying so. When you are looking at me, Say, you are saying so because you don't know how it is to be poor. You don't know. I know it. I know it very well. I know it. But that does not justify you ending up being a slave, ending up dying. You know, we have issues of people who had to come back to their home countries in coffins. It's painful. There are some who had to come back crippled. It's painful. Some were raped. And you know, emotional healing is a process. It will take time for you to heal. So that's why I am trying to educate you so that you become aware of such activities. The world is not that friendly as you may think. Sometimes for these young ones, personally, I prefer for them to go abroad when they have reached a certain age where they can reason very well. Not at that age where they can succumb to peer pressure, when they cannot comprehend certain things. I'm talking of if they are going to do, this type of work like in general hand. Maybe if you can give yourself time to at least grow and be mature, learn whilst you are within your country. Sometimes you are more safe when you are there. Because if you don't know how you maneuver in the foreign country, and you don't know how to connect with people, then you end up connecting with wrong people who may end up killing you, who may end up forcing you to do drug trafficking. Because the moment you are in the hands of those people, they do whatever they want with you. And it takes the grace of God for you to come out of that situation alive. Let us listen when we are hearing of these stories. There are certain countries, by now you should know that when it comes to these types of jobs, going to these countries with the stories we have heard, you better do a thorough research, or you better stay in your country. Don't think when people are talking, they are just talking. We should learn. Wisdom is also the ability to learn through the experiences of others. It's not everything you have to learn. Yes, they say experience is the best teacher. But this experience, for me, I don't only use my own experience. I use also the experience of others. That's wisdom. There are certain things I don't have to go through for me to know that this is deadly. What if you die? Just know it without experiencing it. Why do you want to experience being trafficked? No. Just listen when you are hearing people talking about these stories. Your life matters. Your life matters. So let me tell you of this again. This is another story. I said myself, I'm not here to comment on whether truly Nduta is innocent or is guilty. I'm not a judge. But there is this which I want us to help one another, is economic migrants, and also to help the youth, to help aspiring economic migrants, so that they don't fall into the trap of these human traffickers. Because it begins with you looking for a job. That's how it begins. That's where I'm taking it from. Then that's what makes you to meet the what? The agent. And then you find yourself in the hands of a wrong agent who may end up now making you to do illegal things. So you better connect with the rightful destiny helpers. Right destiny helpers. not just connect with people who cause your downfall. I think you are hearing what I'm saying, yeah? So, there was this issue. That's why I'm saying this Nduta case, it's a complex one. So not an easy case. It's not at all. The one who knows what really happened is here. It's not an easy case. And we hope that maybe they in Kenya, they may trace maybe. But it's not the duty of Vietnam to do that. The duty of Vietnam is just to deal with Nduta and what they caught in the bag she had. So don't say I have said she's innocent or I have said she is very guilty. No, that one I don't know. I was not there when these things were happening. It's her who knows what really happened. And maybe Kenyan government maybe can try and see. And I also believe they are going to also tighten their laws in dealing with these agencies, because there are some agencies that are very, very wicked. They continue just taking people, making them to go and be slaves in foreign countries just because they want money. So you find that the government should be more strict. But sometimes you find that those people, even if the government can be more strict, you find that there are some who also operate without being registered. That's why we are educating you now. That when you are dealing with those people, you should be cautious. Be cautious when you are dealing with the strangers. Be cautious when you are dealing with friends, when you are dealing with relatives who may say they know information on how to make you go to a foreign country and work there. Be cautious. Don't just trust people. So, lastly, I want to tell you of this one. These 3 people, they got a job to go and work in one of these countries in the Middle East. Yes. And then they got that job through an agent. And surprisingly, when they were given tickets, where they were going, according to what was written on the tickets, was different from what they had agreed with when they were doing what they were doing with the agent. The agent had told them that they were to go to a certain country, but what was on the ticket was not what the agent had said. So this one, the other one, noticed that what is written here is not where we are going. So she's tried to sensitize the other ones. And the other one said, You don't want to go. You know, you have not suffered. You have not suffered. You don't want to go. We are going to eradicate poverty. Let us go. But this one kept on saying, what is written here is not where we are to go. And sometimes, and these ones kept on saying, you, what you are saying, if you don't want to go, we'll leave you. And you know what? That was it. They were being alerted. But sometimes, I don't know. We do not listen to that inner voice. So they decided to ask the agent and say, you, what is written here? It's not where we are going. And the agent said, don't worry. You are no longer going going where you are to go. You are going this way. You are going where it was what was on the this English on the tickets. And then when you are there, we will buy another ticket for you to go to that country. And then they said, yeah, so it's fine. Those people, they take advantage of your level of education also. Because those people, they know you very well. Once they've started dealing with you, if you are educated, they know that this one is educated. So when we are dealing with this one, we do like this so that we manage to convince him. They know how to play with your mind. So they've started on this one and they've realized that for these ones, there is lack of education here. So whatever we say, they will say yes, yes. That's why I'm saying don't just do things without asking. So they take their flight and they reached that country. And when you reach there, there will be someone holding a poster waiting for you to take you. This one is taken by that one. This one is taken by that one. This one is taken. You will not see each other again. And when you are now there, wherever you are taken, you are now a slave. You are now a what? A slave. So that's how it happens. That's why you hear those stories. It's real. Don't think those people are lying. And the time I heard of that story, I think only one had managed to at least escape after she has suffered and suffered and suffered. Escaping from their hands, it's not that easy. So I think you are getting what I'm saying. So that's why I'm saying this issue of Nduta, it's a complex one. Because I'm telling you these ones, they were to go to a country where they had agreed. Like if you hear the statement from the family of Nduta, they were saying she was to go to what? Qatar. But then there was this change of the flight ticket, she is no longer going to Qatar for her to work to go to the country where she had gotten the job. But the flight was to go to Qatar first. The flight she was supposed to take. But now you hear the route now going to Laos via Vietnam. Change of route. So things like this have happened to some people, where when we are no longer within your family or your friends, you are now in their hands on the journey. They can change anything. They can take you anywhere. If we heard the stories of people who were once trafficked, they will tell you, once you are in their hands, you find they now do whatever they want with you. You cannot run away. So that's what happens. They can change the destination at any time after confusing you. And they know that maybe if it's your first time to travel international, like the case of Nduta, they know that it is to confuse you. And when you are confused now, you do whatever they want you to do. And others were saying, sometimes these agents, some of them who are into these dirty deals, when now they are taking you to go to where they've promised you work, they can give you a bag to go and you give it to your employer. And you are on the way. Then they give you the bag. And you take it innocently. And after all, sometimes we had developed friendship, getting to know each other. Gracious, I have this bag. You can take it and you give it your employer when you reach there where you are going. And you, because you have never traveled internationally, you don't know. That's just taking a bag which you have not packed. You don't know what is inside. You may end up in jail. And you will be very, very innocent. You just take the bag, you go. Then you'll find yourself in Nduta's case. So I'm just giving this as an example that such things can happen. But I'm not saying that's exactly what happened to Nduta, no. I'm just telling you that these things also happens. It's real. So that we are fully equipped when we are engaging on this journey. Together we can make it. Together we can help one another. We can sensitize one another. The youth, please listen. When you are going international, don't just take the bags of people. Don't let anyone give you a bag you don't know. Don't. And know the laws of the country you are going to. Because the moment you step out of your country and enter into the soil of another country, what works there are the laws of that country. That's it. And you will not change their laws. That's their laws. And ignorance of the law is no excuse. That's it. So I think I have spoken. Let us beware of these human traffickers, drug traffickers. No matter we are desperate, no matter we are in poverty, our life matters, our dignity matters, our freedom matters. It's better not to go. So you would rather stay in your country. And when a good door opens, you go. It's not every door that you should grab. Not every door is for you. It's not every door. I remember when I was starting, I quoted Psalms 2, verse 8. Personally, for me as a Christian, I want a door that is opened by God. I want a door that is opened by God. Because if God opens a door for me, there is peace. There is that peace. So when you see yourself doing things secretly, you are told not to tell your parents or not to tell, when you are doing those deals, it's like you are just doing it. You don't understand what, those are red flags. Whatever we don't know, let us ask. You see me here. There are many, many things I don't know about. There are many things I don't know here. But you know what? I ask. What I don't know, I don't know. I ask. I ask. We will learn and learn and learn and learn. That is life. Don't venture into something you don't know. No matter life is tough, no matter you have suffered. I said, don't tell me of saying I have not suffered. You don't tell me that. Me, I know how it is to be in poverty. I know how it is to be in lack. I know also how it is to be desperate. But that desperation should not make you end up losing your life, losing your freedom, your dignity. That's not it. Together we can make it. Asante sana.